Hello everyone, Karen Miller here. Today is Saturday, April 4th. And Saturday is usually pizza day in my household. But I'm not going to do pizza. I'm going to do a flatbread with the spices. You know that Middle Eastern Zaatar bread, flatbread with the spices on it and the herbs. That's what I'm going to do. So I have 3 teaspoons of yeast. And I'm doing 2.5 cups of white wheat flour. So I hope you guys are doing your own bread. It's better than buying the bread in the store. So do your own bread. I have many recipes on my channel for breads. Whether you use yeast or you use the baking soda, baking powder, I have many bread recipes. So I'm sifting 2.5 cups of flour, 3 teaspoons of yeast, 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Okay, so when I come back, we're gonna get this going. I'm going to add the water and start mixing this. Yes, this is a good consistency. It's not too dry, it's a little bit wet. So I like it like this. Gonna mix this for another 2 minutes and then let it sit for 45 minutes to proof, and then we're gonna start doing our flatbread. So I have in my pot here some sesame seeds that I'm going to toast with some cumin seeds. So typically the spices that you have for the zaatar are cumin seeds or cumin powder. You have marjoram, oregano, thyme, and then you have the roasted sesame seed. But you know, you can add whatever herbs you like. I mean, I'm going to add some peppermint, some fresh peppermint, just to have some freshness, because the spices that I'm adding, they're all dried spices. So I have some thyme that I'm going to add to this, and I have some Italian seasoning which has oregano and some other herbs in it. But you can do fennel, you can do whatever you like. Okay, so I'm going to toast this. It's going to start getting brown, and then I'm going to put it in the food processor. Then I'm going to mix up the other spices in it. So as you can see, the sesame seeds have toasted, so I'm going to turn off the stove and go to the food processor. So let's process our sesame seeds and spices. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of dried thyme. Let me put another teaspoon. The Italian seasoning, I'm going to put 2 teaspoons. And salt. Salt to taste. I'm putting 2 teaspoons of salt. You can put dried marjoram, you can put dried mint. I'm going to put fresh mint. So basically whatever spices you like. But the basic spices for this zaatar is cumin, oregano, marjoram. Okay, let's get this going. Yeah, it's ooh, that smells so good. It smells so good. Okay, that's it. So I'm gonna pour this out into a bowl and mix in the sumac. So the last thing I'm going to put in here, it's not necessary to put this in the food processor. It's something called sumac. They use it a lot in East Asia and Africa. It's very lemony. I remember the first time I used it and I tasted it, I couldn't believe how lemony it is. It has even it smells very acidic like, and it has a lot of vitamin C in it. So this is what I process in the food processor. I'm going to add the sumac now. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit more. So this is one of the main ingredients in the mixture for the zaatar. So you mix in some olive oil. When I'm ready to do my bread, I'm going to mix in some olive oil and then spread it over the bread and stick it in the oven. But I don't know, today I think I'm just going to sprinkle the olive oil on the bread and then sprinkle this on the bread on top of the oil. Because I'm not sure if I'm going to use all of this. I don't want to add oil to this and then don't use all of it. And I would rather store the dry ingredients than wet ingredients. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside, and when my dough has been proofed, we're going to continue with the recipe. So guys, this has doubled in size, the dough. It's been sitting for over an hour. I was involved in other things. But I'm gonna put it out on this floured board. And gonna divide this into two. Gonna make two flatbreads. Okay, I'm going to cut this in half. And make two balls. I think this one looks a bit bigger than this one. Let me get a little piece from here. Put this here. So I'm going to let these two balls sit again for about 20 minutes to proof again. Okay, so I'm going to cover this. Cover with a towel and let it proof again for about 20 minutes. So this has been sitting for 20 minutes. I'm now going to form the disc to put my spices on there. Push it out. If it's a bit sticky, you have the flour here to flour your fingers to push it out. gonna be about 8 inches, 8-9 inches in diameter. So this would be the same dough that you would use to do pizza. This is good. I like the size of this. So let me put this in the pan. I'm gonna pick that up as carefully as I can and put it in the pan. It's in the pan. And I oiled my pan a bit so this doesn't stick. So I have some mint here. I'm going to sprinkle some olive oil all over. Lots of olive oil. I'm going to sprinkle the sesame seed mixture that I made. The sesame with the cumin, the thyme, okay, let me use my fingers. Put it all over here. And that's it, guys. Let me put some more olive oil. So it's a flatbread with these simple ingredients. Okay, I'm going to stick this in the oven, 450 degrees. When it comes out, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So here is our flatbread. It's looking good. Looking good. So I'm gonna let this cool, guys. And I'm gonna have this with a few slices of fresh tomato. I was feeling guacamole today, but I couldn't find proper avocados, so no guacamole for me. So I'm gonna have this for dinner with some tomatoes and some arugula. Okay, so I hope you do this. The recipe is gonna be in the description box below this video. Take care of yourselves. Be healthy. I hope you're drinking your lemon water every day, twice a day. Take care. See you in the next video.